Testing. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check. Do we have a mic in the room? No, not a mic. A microphone. Check. Hello. Hello. How do I sound? Let me test the audio and everything. I'm using my phone and the LGE network or whatever. See if this works. So if anybody's out there in the chat world, if you can respond and let me know. Is this working? Can you? While we're waiting, I will say I got a few cool topics to talk about tonight. I'm going to make this an open mic night too. So if anybody's out there would like to join, please feel free to do that. I did not line anybody up. Oh, good. Sounds good. Thanks, Nostradamus. I appreciate that. I did not line anybody up, but I've talked to several people. I'm kind of lining people up for when I do the night show, which my plan is to go live tomorrow night at 11 p.m. with the first Sports Cards Daily night show. Now, I've been giving this a lot of thought. A lot of thought on the format and everything. We're going to wing it tomorrow. We'll see how it goes. I don't want to tell you tonight how it's going to be, and then it doesn't go that way. And then the next time I'm like, oh, that was foolish. We're gonna do well tomorrow night. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing, different with a guest. Okay. Tonight, I want to talk about a few fun topics, and again, I will open the mic up for open mic night. Now, I'm wondering moving forward if I'm going to keep open mic night open on next Sunday night or not. I think I'm going to focus on the 5 weekly night shows, and I'm going to leave next weekend flexible. I'm not sure. Because I'm thinking if everything goes well, I'll have enough guests and if let me just say this. Part of the goal tomorrow night in this weekly show is I want to give you guys the news, right? What's important to you in the first 5 to 10 minutes. I want to share with you a guest, somebody in the hobby that you don't know about or hustle or somebody doing something about a guest. And then I want to take questions and answers from the audience, right? Those are the 3 main goals. Give you some knowledge, introduce you to somebody you don't know, have them introduce themselves to you, and then do a little Q&A. If I can get those 3 things in under 30 minutes, that is my goal. Now, when I move to Saturday and Sunday, I might just use that time for free flow. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm not going to make a commitment to it. But I feel like I will be able to, again, achieve my goals that way. Going to miss the morning show, though. I know. Well, I feel like, man, I feel like I don't think I could do the same content twice. And it wouldn't be the same, but we're going to see how this goes. I am going to recommend people check out, there's a lot of other good morning shows out there. I am going to miss the morning show too. I really am. Even tonight, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning and feel weird not doing anything in the morning around YouTube. It's going to feel awkward. I've been doing this now really a lot longer than just since May. I started doing the live show in May, but before that, I was doing a lot of it. I was doing either at night or in the morning, depending on when I woke up. I'd edit my video to get it out that day. I don't know. I'm going to feel weird too. I'm going to miss having breakfast with you guys. Maybe I'm just going to do a coffee chat tomorrow morning, and we're just going to talk coffee chat, and we're not going to, maybe I won't. I have a feeling I'm going to go live tomorrow morning, 8:30, just on my own. And then I'll continue. I'll talk about the show's on tomorrow night, though. Okay, the show is on tomorrow night. So thank you, guys. Evening from Canada, everyone. Good evening, studio. And I really think here's one of my goals too. I really think I can broaden that active audience. I have a really good core of people in the morning who are there every morning, but it's morning time. I'm only catching really people before work. East Coast, a few West Coast people. I think we can catch a lot more people. Oh, I don't want to lose John and my West Coast, my European fans. Anyway. We will figure this out. Tomorrow morning, I'm probably going to go live for a little coffee, maybe a 5-minute coffee and chit chat, and then I'll talk about the show. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. Why not? What the hell? What else do I have to do? I will see. Let's check my data plan. It works too. Okay, so let me share with you guys a few things. Let me also quickly take in here. I'm going to put together the invite. Copy the invite. I'm going to drop this into the line here. If anybody would like to join the show tonight, I'd be welcome to have you on. Did that go through? Okay. What's up, the collector, Nostradamus Studio, living it with LT. Thank you for being here. Okay, so while you're giving it some thought, if you come in the studio, just let me know. How do I do I think I click on this, right? And then I hit share, screen, come on. I'm trying to get better at this. Boom. Why am I still not seeing the screen? That's not what I wanted to see. Okay. Here's what I'm going to talk about. Fantasy football. Okay, this is the last week for fantasy football. I'll notice a little bit off topic. So first of all, I did this thing with Fantasy Football Quest last night. These are these best ball fantasy games. You basically just pick your team. Like I did 2 12-person draft, $3 and $10 entry. Dirt cheap, which I thought was really fun. And then you draft your team, and the computer, I guess, builds your team for you. So here's my $10 team. Look at my quarterbacks: Baker Mayfield, Fitzpatrick. Okay, only reason I'm sharing this with you is I was wondering, is there any interest in this community to do either one of these type of fantasy football or some other type of fantasy football? I think this is the last week we have to do it, right? We can get it done. I'd love to help put it together. I'm not an organizer. Like, I don't want to be the commissioner. I guess I could, if I had to be, I could. But I know I could get Andy to run one of these leagues for us. This best ball. This is underdog too. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Leave a message here today, and also leave a message in the comments later on too. And best way to reach you, I think IG is like everybody uses IG to communicate right now. Anyway, I like this. You can you have a bunch of different things. There is a where is this? Isn't there like a yeah, they have these contests. I don't know anything about this. This looks to me like just one of those tricky like fantasy football, daily quest things, but it does look fun. I really like this stuff. Okay, the other thing I was going to share with you guys that I think is really cool, and I'll go back check about chat and see who's out. I think this is going to be freaking cool. Okay, I'm going to do some videos doing a little more in-depth research on this. My biggest concern right now is it's brand new. It's the first year it's doing this, and I'm not hearing a lot of people talk about it. So I'm like, is anybody doing this? But what they're doing is they've done NFTs where you draft NFT players to put your team together. So right here, right, you get these, you get packs of cards, or you can go buy these players off an auction market, right? And you get like the New York green tight end. There's New York blue tight end and New York green tight end, right? Pittsburgh quarterback 1, Cleveland kicker, right? So these are your commons, and then you have your standout. I think these are your leaders. Each one has more rarity to it, right? These are like supposed to be 1 of 1, I believe. Now, what you can do is real simply, you open packs, or you buy teams, you put together a team. I think it's gonna be a 10-man lineup, and then that team scores points. And if you score enough points, you get rewarded. I believe they're rewarding you in cryptocurrency. I'm not sure. All this is still unknown to me. I'd like to learn more, but here are the packs, right? So $20 packs, $175, $425. I don't know why you get this pack, right? You get one of everything, but I don't understand why. I don't know. These seem to be the best packs in my opinion, because you get a chance of these GOAT or the MVP cards in them, team captain and standouts, which is what you want in my opinion. Anyway, I'm looking forward to playing this, and if anybody's out there interested in this, let me know as well. I'd be happy to help, guide you as we put this together. Right? Like, let's talk about this. Check this out, right? You have this drafting card. Where's the drafting card? Come on. You're going to lose confidence. It could be the internet, though, too. It's not necessarily them. Although that's pretty poor. I've been having a lot of internet issues the other day with my internet connection. I really hope you guys are still here, but these links are not working very fast here, and that would be what I consider bad. Were they even refreshed? It's coming up. It's coming up. Since I'm not going to talk about this tomorrow morning, I will talk about it today. There's not a lot of cool releases this week. Today is the 29th. Tomorrow's the 30th. The 31st. It's really just for these releases from the 3rd on. Panini Black Football, and you got Major League Chrome Soccer, which I will say right now, I have been really loving soccer. I just love soccer. Soccer has been, not that I've been buying any soccer, I've been selling soccer. Let me just be honest. I've been selling soccer, and I just love soccer. The return on soccer has been crazy. Okay, so here's the daily draft. This is coming up. Give you a little more information. See, I need to figure this out. There's a lot of details here. I'm not going to make everybody here read this, but those are 2 topics I want to talk about. Fantasy football draft, either best ball or doing a league together with you guys, and then also here this NFT draft, if you guys are interested in this. Oh, I know one thing they talk about in here that I thought was really interesting. They're really planning this out for like multi-year. Right? He talks about, like, I think it's like a keeper league. You keep your players for multiple years. So if you have, like, say, a really valuable, let's say the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback won, right? You want to keep that because that's a really valuable NFT. But let's go real quickly here. And I'll just show you an example on the market here. Here's a third-party app. This is a marketplace that you can come to, and you can go down. Good thing I don't have much crypto with me. Where's that NFL stuff? Oh, man. Draft. There we go. Okay, so there's some of the players. Let's see. What did I want to show you? Kansas City. This is Kansas City QB number 1. What's this guy going for? What's the lowest for the Kansas City? It is $9. $9 to get a Kansas City QB. Isn't that crazy? Anyway, you see what I'm saying? You put together your fantasy football team. Okay, let me go back to the live stream. Jump out of this one. Stop. Hammer time. Boom. Boy, that light sure does feel bright. Okay. Let me go check out comments. If we don't have a lot of people tonight, or if not a lot of comments, I'm opening this up to Q&A, or anybody wants to drop in, feel free to do that. If not, I'm not going to belabor and keep this thing going tonight. Like I said, I didn't have any invited guests on. I just wanted to go live because I felt like it's the weekend. What else happened this weekend? I tell you guys, I have really, really just I sold some soccer cards this weekend. That's what I was talking about, soccer. I sold some Bowman soccer cards this weekend, which is just awesome to sell because I didn't expect them to have any value. And one of my friends text messaged me. He goes, "Hey, do you have this player or this player?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "Check out what they're going for." I'm like, "Holy smoke." So I sold off, I think, 3 soccer cards this weekend, and I'm selling off hopefully a couple more this week. And that's just been unexpected happiness to get that soccer revenue that has paid dividends on those soccer cards I got last year, which I look back to. So I heard about these soccer cards on Bench Clear Media. They had the product manager for Bowman Soccer come on and talk about them, how cool they're going to be. And I remember when they popped out, I was like, "Oh, I'm getting as many as I could," which wasn't that many, but I bought, I think, 30 boxes of the stuff, which at the time each box was $10 a box. And let me just finish the story, and then I'll check the comments. Here's the cool thing about this. I bought 30 boxes last year. And this is Bowman Soccer. I think there was, probably, I have to check when this was. I don't recall now. It's got to be over a year ago. The product comes out. It's a beautiful product. It really is. You get one color card in there. You get several base cards. The base, too, by the way, since this was a print on demand, the base cards were all short print. I want to say the base cards were like some ridiculously low number. Maybe, I'm just wild ass guessing, maybe 2,000 per base card. It wasn't a lot per base card. There were not a lot of base cards made. There's an important part of the story, okay? So you get a lot of people bought these boxes. I got 30 boxes. I'm opening up 10 of them. And I immediately sold Aaron Aronson or some dude on there for like, I don't know, 60, 70, 80 bucks, like that. And I sold some other guys, some Rozzy guy or something like that. So easily I paid off my first box and a half, maybe 2 boxes. Maybe I made $200 off the first box. I'm like, wow, that was awesome. So then I opened up another box, and I remember I sold some other cards to pay off at least between the 2 boxes that I had. I sold off raw enough to cover the 30 boxes, I guess. You keep seeing the 2 boxes. Each box had 10 mini boxes in it. Hopefully that makes sense. 30 total boxes, opened 10. Out of the 10, I made about 150. Out of the next 10, made about another 150. So out of the 20 boxes last year, I made enough money to pay for the 30 boxes. Put 10 boxes away and left the other cards away. Here's a cool story. About, 6-8 weeks later, I get a package from Topps. I have no idea what this is for. And I ordered a lot of stuff from Topps. So I was doing the Project 2020 thing. I'm like, what the hell is this? And I open it up, and it's a whole bunch of it's a stack like this of just color cards of Bowman color. I'm like, what the hell is this? who made this mistake? Did I order these? What happened? Did I drunk order something, right? So I'm going through them, and I got some good cards in there. I don't recall what they were, but I got a ton of them. And I found out from other people who had the same cards that apparently Topps did not sell enough base cards to fill out what was needed to cover all the color cards that were made for the set, right? Because each player had 150 blue, 75 yellow, 50 gold, 25 orange, 5 red, and a 1 of 1. Is there a 1 of 1? I think there's a 1 of 1. Anyway, they had all that printed out. Man, are there 1 of 1s? There has to be 1 of 1s. But they didn't have enough cards to mix them. So they shipped them out to the people who bought them, and they shipped them out for free. They could have easily been like, hey, we're going to charge you more if you want to buy these, and I probably would have passed on it. But the fact they gave it to us was unbelievable. So anyway, fast forward, my friend calls me the other night, and I sold 2 of these Peppy cards, dude, for good money that were color cards that I probably got for free from Topps that I didn't even know about. That's my Topps Bowman story. And that's another reason why I like Topps, man. I'm thinking about screw-ups, too, by the way, where companies did promo things where actually I think paid bigger than they thought it would do in early dividends. I'll give you that story in a moment. Let's check the so volume is so far is good. Hopefully that stayed good. Gonna miss the morning show, man. Me too. I'll think I'll have coffee tomorrow morning. We'll just sit there and shoot the poop. And we'll just talk a few things. But we're still gonna do the show tomorrow night. The show is going on tomorrow night. I gotta line up the guests. Guests, if you're out there, you know who you are. I need a guest tomorrow night, please. Yes. Hello, Zig. What's up, man? There is the link in the description below. I don't know if this happens if somebody comes in from Twitter. Andy is a good guy. I've communicated with him a few times and watched his videos. I'm a big fan of Andy. I love his passion for fantasy football. If he had the same passion for basketball, he would make a ton more money. Basketball is such a better sport on the not the fantasy side, but on the card side. I tease him about that too. I hope Baker throws 5 picks. Oh, we're talking against Nia. You know, it's funny. I have Baker as my quarterback. I have mixed feelings on it. Baker's not going anywhere because he'll probably go to the playoffs. This is my opinion on Baker. He will do well enough this year to make them saddle him with a big contract where he will then spend the rest of his career screwing them over to never winning a ring. So don't worry. They're going to be fine. I do suspect, though, they'll make the playoffs again. Now, again, they made the playoffs last year, right, as a wild card. Is that correct? They came in as a wild card, and then they made it to they weren't AFC champions. They were semifinals, right, against the Wounded Chiefs. That was the closest they got. They could have taken that out last year. I do like this group quiet. It was just me, Gertie. I love that I am a Cincinnati and hate Cleveland about as much as Pittsburgh. Well, go Cincinnati, man. I'm pulling for you. I think I picked a few Cincinnati players. I like Joe Burrow. I just think you're in a tough conference there, man. It's just a brutal conference. Cincinnati, Ravens, Pittsburgh. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of any of you guys. You're all mean to each other. You're just the mean conference. The heyday. Who they? I don't know who they are. I hope. Here's the thing, though. Look at that conference. There's a lot of equity built up in 3 of those quarterbacks, right? Between Baker Mayfield, Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. A lot of people have rookie cards of those guys going, they better be good. And at the same time, if any one of them would have a career like what Roethlisberger has right now, you'd be lucky. You'd be lucky because they won't, right? Isn't Roethlisberger like 2-1 in the Super Bowl? Someone will correct me. Good evening, Ziggy and Hobby family. Much love. Thank you very much for being here, man. What the hell's with the buttons, man? My computer. Oh. I know what it is. I'm using my computer, and my computer sucks. That's what it is. Good day. Global's in the house. That's awesome. Ziggy, you watched the SCI video today about Dak Prescott. 2 cards, same serial number. I did see that. So, first of all, I thought what was funny was we tell the story as if it's hobby lore. Just to clarify, that's 2016. It was the Prism set, and the story was actually broken by Beckett. Beckett is the one who called it out, by the way. When people were trying to grade it, Beckett's looking at the autographs and going, no, these are auto pen, which I have to say, I have to applaud Beckett on that. In fact, back in this day, this is 2017, people are grading this, right? It was said that you sent your autographs to Beckett because they did grade the autographs. where, again, this is just what I'm being – this is probably BS, but you didn't send them the PSA because PSA did not authenticate the autographs. In other words, PSA just simply would look at – if Panini's certificate on there said authentic autograph, it would just go ahead and say authentic. So I don't know if that's true or not. And I'm looking back in the video, which one had it in the PSA slab and which guy had it in the Beckett slab, right? Because I'd actually, in this example, would rather have the Beckett 9.5 than a PSA 10. It's just, that's my opinion. But again, this is going back to true collector, look, collectors back there. So that was my first thought was, it was Beckett who found this out, which is why I say again, let Beckett determine if the National Treasures Mellow Ball autograph is his or not, right? Let them make that determination. Let an authenticator make that determination. And if they find that Panini's lying or wrong, then I do think Panini should get in trouble for that. I also fear, though, right now, guys, within the next few years, who in the hell is going to stop Panini or Topps or Upper Deck or these guys from doing whatever the hell they want to, right? They can fake autographs for they want to. Put in any, I mean, I know they've got this honor and code and their companies and they be sued, but if it just worries me. It just worries me. Like, there's not, my point is not that they're going to cut corners, but there's less reason for them to enforce rules, right? And I think about my own redemptions I have with Panini. I have a shitload of redemptions. In fact, I have to go to the National next year just to get in that line to get boxes for my redemptions. Is that what I have to do? I can't just call somebody and say, hey, can you ship me some freaking Panini stuff instead of me having to go see you for that? Really annoys me. Last point on that. I thought Jeff was going to buy them from the guys at the end. I thought, I also thought the music was over dramatic. Like, these guys are getting interrogated. I'm like, whoopty crap. I don't think it increases value in either one of them. It also points out how, okay, back then there were only 2 or 3 parallel golds, possibly. Today there's like 5 or 6 or 17 different parallel golds. I don't know. It was interesting. It was interesting. I'm sure both guys like the attention. Evening, hope all is well. Looking forward to having the last dance year with my Packers. I'll be pulling for you. I'm not going to root against you. I'm not a big Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm not a hater. I like to see underdogs. I'd rather see new faces in the Super Bowl. It would make sense to me that's probably going to be a short list of people. In fact, maybe that's what I'll start doing maybe this week in my night shows. We'll break down each conference. But I think it's going to be either Rodgers or Brady, unfortunately, from the NFC. I don't see anybody challenging that. I know people think the Rams will. I don't see them challenging it. Now when you get to the playoffs, okay? And I think it's going to be the Chiefs. I don't think it's going to be the Bills. So I think the Packers have a shot. Baker is such an overrated quarterback. A decent season, the strongest supporting cast. Let me just take a quick second here. Grunt Dad Sports Cards. Okay. I applaud you, dude. He is one of the most overrated quarterbacks because I keep saying this. Let me just also point this out, okay? He was not even recruited at Oklahoma, okay? Oklahoma didn't go out recruiting him from a high school and go, dude, Baker Mayfield, stud in high school. There's no Studley High School film of him. He was a walk-on in high school and in college. And I applaud that dude because you have to be an athlete to be a walk-on. But he was smart. He was a walk-on. He did the right things. He was in the right place. And I only say that because a lot of talented athletes will tell you a lot of it's just timing. He's also the idiot who tried to run from the police when he was drunk and got tackled by the fountain. And there's a video of that. Okay, so he was not recruited out of high school for college. Coming into the pros, he was a shocker to go first in the overall pick. He was likely to go top 10, maybe, I think, but a shocker to go first. So I agree with you. He is overrated, and I think it's only a matter of time. But here's the thing is, he went to a place where they were starving, where they hadn't had anything in so long. Let's look at the Redskins, right? The Redskins were dying for years. RG3 comes there. He's rookie of the year. He's going to save the freaking city. Man, they're ready to build a statue, chisel a statue. RG3, he's gone. And he has the injury. He never was the same, and he moves on. And I still like RG3. But that story is so common. Baker Mayfield doesn't get injured. He just can have a couple bad years. Here's what's going to happen. He will play well enough to make the playoffs. He might. I don't think he's going to win the conference. I think he'll make the playoffs as a wild card. He'll get a big contract, and then he'll punish that franchise with mediocrity for the next 4 years, which is good. Go Browns. I'm sorry. Bro, I'm sitting there ranting against them. At least they're stronger than the Indians. Go Browns. I'm so sorry, Raw. I really am. I'm ranting. I'll be going to my first national next year. Well, dude, I hope to see you there. I hope to be there. I really do. They should hawk these guys' autos like Paroli piss tests. I'll just say this, dude. The whole auto world has changed a lot, too, in the last few years. Autos were really the reason why you collected, but it was really all about the rookie auto. It wasn't about the vet autos. I mean, the vet autos, some of them were nice, but, dude, I sold off a lot of vet autos that are worth thousands now. Like, I sold off a bunch of Currys and Durant's and a bunch of other autos, right? The bronze, everything else. None of them for big money. It's just we sold them so we could get into more breaks or buy more boxes or whatever. It wasn't until the last few years that this whole auto thing had just exploded. It's just absolutely crazy. But again, to me, the rarity are in rookie autos, right? The vet autos, I think, there's the vets will be signing cards for a long time. I mean, they're doing it right now. Yeah, when we got arrested, it was pathetic. Yeah, when he got arrested, it was pathetic. When he got arrested, it was pathetic. It was pathetic when the dude got arrested. That is absolutely pathetic. I feel sad for RG3. He had such a bright future. That should cost him his knee. Of course, his organization. I agree, dude. I thought, it's interesting. A lot of people look at him and they worry that that could happen to Kyle Murray, or it could happen. Lamar is a much thicker player than RG3, but it could happen in on Lamar or some of these other quarterbacks. It definitely could. I mean, look what happened to freaking J.K. Dobbins yesterday, dude. One of those little knee injuries, man, and your season's tough. It'll be interesting to see Dak come back. I like Dak. I was a big Dak supporter when he was a rookie because people gave him no respect as a 6th-round pick. He got paid. I'm happy he got paid, but I'm not a Cowboy fan, and I don't expect them to do very well this year. They might make the playoffs because they're in a terrible conference. They should make the playoffs, but if that's considered a victory, that's sad. They won't make it 2 rounds in the playoffs. I'll give them 1 round maybe. Burrow is from near Athens. He was Ohio State but transferred to LSU because he was low on the depth charts and he could do something home state. Go Red and go Bengals. That's interesting. So Burrow is from near Athens, Ohio. I remember he was an Ohio State guy. Why did he go to LSU? And I also remember someone talking about the fact some of the new rules change, right? Which allow these players to change in the last few years, which is why Burrow got that opportunity. I mean, I'll say that LSU's have been a powerhouse on a couple positions. Defensive ends, wide receivers, defensive tackles, defensive linemen. They do a phenomenal job making those players. I never saw them build a quarterback like they did with Burrow, and we'll see how Burrow does. I'm optimistic, but I'm skeptical as well. I think he'll do well there, but I don't know if I see him winning a championship there or really changing that division around for them. Super pumped September 11th, 12th to get to go see Sports Memorabilia and Collectible Show. That is freaking awesome, man. There were a lot of shows this weekend, by the way, too. Here's a quick idea. In my opinion, these shows are really getting to be the same thing, and I haven't been to many, but what I'm hearing and seeing where it's just a bunch of dealers come in, they do the dealing thing, and they're out of there. I think we need to get Panini or Topps, one of you guys, if you're out there listening, one of you needs to sponsor a road show, right? Where you host 5 or 6 different city locations, right? You pick the venue, you get a couple of other partners. You could get a collectible involved in this. You can get a fractionally get involved in this. You could get a card ladder or market movers, one of these other guys. In fact, maybe I should organize this, right? Make it what we basically do is you want 6 cities where it's like a mini national, right, card show. And what would make that a national is if you're taking these vendors with you, right? Because in each city, the dealers would be different, but those core partners, right? Whether it's card ladder and market movers, card hedge. So you have the data platforms there. The grading companies would be invited, right? The new grading companies would be too. Not just the old grading companies, freaking A. Invite the new ones, right? Invite new breakers, whatever it is, but make that a show. But you need to have a couple of key sponsors, like you need a Topps or a Panini to help do that. How can we make that happen? Because I think that's why, in my opinion, the National is the National, because it has those big name sponsors. The distributors are there, right? So if we could get one or two big sponsors, maybe market movers, maybe I get Jeff to sponsor something like that and get him to pull like eBay in it. eBay, maybe get eBay behind that, man, or eBay Roadshow. You see what I'm saying? What do you guys think? I might do that as a poll or something like that, and spread the word. Look, I don't need to, coin any of this crap. Let's just make this happen. I think a mini show that hit a bunch of different cities around the United States over 22, and then maybe the 23 just did it originally would be awesome. And if I'm Topps and or Panini, I'm both doing it, right? Because I want to keep my brand going, get out, talk to the customers, maybe get Funko involved, right, man? Get some other collectibles. Okay, this is an idea. You guys tell me what I think. I'm crazy. Enjoy your content, my friend. Thank you, Raw and Cut Cards. Really appreciate that. And internet seems to be good with our data connection. We're using my cell phone right now. That's hilarious. That's a problem I have is that I think I have a limit on my cell phone data before it goes like they start throttling me back or some bull crap. I have to John Lennon Auto. That is freaking awesome. That is freaking awesome. I'm a Star fan. Astronomy, Star Trek, Star Wars, the Star fan. That is awesome. Hello, good to see you. It is good to see him. Ohio State is about 2 hours from my apartment. Not a bad place to be then. A lot of beautiful people at Ohio State. Went to a show in Knoxville the weekend. Picked up 2 numbered Lucas. I think I saw that show in one of the videos today, man. And I'll tell you, too, I didn't realize the powerhouse that Tennessee has in shows. Like there's a show coming up, the Smoky Mountain Show, right? Outside Knoxville. I think that's coming up in a few weeks, like the 18th or 19th. I was thinking about going to that. I just don't know if I can do it. I got 2 big dogs, and it's hard to transport them with me. And my mother lives outside Bristol, Tennessee. I might go visit her, but she really can't handle my dogs for very long. So I'll have to think about it. But I would like to get down there and go to a show. And I hear that Chantilly's coming up. It's funny. I need to get out and do more shows. If you did eBay, could get all collectibles involved. I agree, dude. Wouldn't that be great, Tom? I do think, like, again, not trying to compete with the national, but there's all these shows going on. I think what the shows are missing, most of them are regionalized, or some organizer, right, show promoter, sells booths for dealers, right? That's what sponsors it. And then some local people will come in, a card ladder or, a TGT will come in or something like that to Dallas because it's the Dallas show. But it's getting stale, right? Dallas is getting stale. No offense to Dallas. I just feel like it is. Wouldn't it be cool if we could do that in other places? And there's so many places around the world the hobby would be interested in it, right? And again, I'm just an idea man. I'm not an execution person, but I could talk to Jeff's team, and they could probably even look at membership. Like, where would there be large groups of members? And dude, card letter guys, if you're listening to my channel, which I know you don't, but if you do, it'd be something you guys could sponsor too, or Card Hedge guys. I know Card Currency listens. Anybody, I don't care who it is. I'm thinking, who has the bank who could invest in picking 6 cities and 6 dates in 2022, and calling it like, dude, I don't want to steal the name, but like Card Palooza, is it Hobby Palooza, Card Palooza, or something like that, Collectible Palooza, 2022 Roadshow. Get that dude Tracy Hackler from Panini or Emily Moss from Topps, or get them both. Porn star fan myself. Now let me say, how do you mix porn stars into sports cards and do it tastefully? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that one. I really don't. I like the topic. I just don't have an answer to it. What region of the world beyond Europe and North America would be a realistic option for Topps and Panini to grow globally? Okay, let's just quickly say this. Panini is in no dire worry about this whole thing going on in the United States with Fanatics. Panini is a global company, right? And Panini already has a lot of growth globally. I don't know the answers to that, but I'll say this. I keep saying it before. Topps or Panini has their stickers. They can do stickers for the next 20 or 30 years, man. They can retreat to stickers and go, we're putting up our sticker shields, right? I think they should focus on NFTs, and I think they should continue to focus on their brands, because they could be like national treasures. But national treasures just became something that was for what other products they have left. For NASCAR, I don't know, whatever it is, it could still have great value. So not worried about that. Topps, what would they do expand? I don't know. They have some expansion plans, and they're bigger on baseball. So their expansion plans were really Asia. I don't think there's a lot of expansion plans in South America, and I don't know if they go to Europe. Now with the Bundesliga, would they expand there? And the Champion League, I don't know. That's a good one. I think again, for both these companies, in my opinion, they need to look at other collectibles. Like I see Topps is doing the Mego project, right? The dolls, which again drive me crazy, but they are doing the dolls. So maybe that's where they go. I don't know. But again, Panini's already global. Don't worry about Panini. I just won an auction for Spawn 1 CSG 9.4 on eBay. The movie remake is supposed to be out soon. Wow. Can I ask what that rant cost you? I used to have a roommate, God, 20-something years ago, who was a big-time Spawn person. Had all the comic books. This is got to be 20-something years ago, so I don't know if that's the same spirit. Maybe 30 years ago. But we used to watch it. Was it on HBO? Spawn was like a series. It was really good. It had a lot of people liked it. There was another one. Everybody watch Outcast? Wasn't that a series? And they go like Cinemax. That's a cool book, man. Congrats on that. I tell you, it's funny. Somebody was talking about comic books today. I think it was Mike, baseball card collector. And it's funny. I have a bunch of comic books myself, but I really look at them more as I bought them to read and keep. And then now I would quickly sell them in a heartbeat if I could get money to buy NFTs with them. But I don't know how to sell them because they're not graded. They're all raw, and none of them are in great shape. I really should take them someplace and pawn them off or something. And I couldn't even pawn them. I couldn't pawn them. They're not that valuable, but trade them to somebody locally for something if somebody would take them. Doctor, there's a decent market in Korea and Japan. PSA actually has an office. Yeah, see, PSA is big in Asia. I don't see Jamie Foxx as Al Simons. Me either. I don't either, but Jimmy Foxx is weird. It's funny. To me, Jimmy Foxx will always be in living color. I just don't take him seriously in any serious roles. But The Punisher was very good growing up. That was a damn good series. The Punisher was my favorite. The Punisher. Oh, well, we're at the end of comments. You know what? Let me just drop this link down there again. I did this once. I think I might have been done it twice. But let's see if anybody's out there like to come on and talk about the hobby. Maybe Steve is coming back and driving back from work. He's like, let me jump on Ziggy's channel and save him from nobody talking on his channel. But it's okay. Don't worry. Like I said, we have guest lineup. I didn't want any guests tonight, really, because I want to save a guest for tomorrow night, and I got to confirm that guest now. And I will say this, too. The show will go on with or without guests. But if we can't get guests, we're still going to do the show. I want to try to figure a way to do some comedy stuff, little skits in the show, maybe. I think about how I'm going to do that. I really need to figure out how to work these goddamn screens here. Like, why would I share my screen? Do I not get to see? Why do I not get to see? That's not what I want to do. That was terrible. I just lost the button. Oh, I got somebody already in the screen now. It's even better. But how do I make this go away? How do I get rid of this? Remove that. There we go. All right. Hold on. We got Adam. Adam, awesome, man. How are you doing?
What's up? How you doing, buddy?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can, man. Adam, thanks for joining. Raw and Cut, thanks for joining, man. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you calling in from?
I live in Twinsburg, Ohio, which is near Cleveland.
That's right. Okay.
So,
flyers out.
Oh yeah. See if I can get a better view of my. There we go. So, how you doing?
Man, not bad. Good weekend. Not looking forward to starting the work week, but it has to happen, right? Monday's going to be here.
Nice.
And looking forward to the fall. So, August, it's almost the end of August, which I'm excited. Right? No football next weekend, right?
Yes, sir.
So why don't we have football next weekend? Why are they waiting that whole extra week?
I don't know. That's a very, very good question.
Because they're
I'm actually
pushing it back now into February, like 2 weeks now.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
So anyway, so tell us about yourself. What do you collect, Adam?
I collect a lot of vintage, mainly from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and I have tens of thousands of 80s cards.
Where do you collect them at shows, or do you buy online, or where do you pick them up?
Usually eBay. Yeah.
eBay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No concern there. Do you buy raw or do you buy graded when you buy?
Usually raw, some graded, but
Really?
mainly
Okay.
raw. Mm-hmm.
Now let me say this: I saw a T206 Honus Wagner sold raw recently, and it went for like
Wow.
$1,100. Is
That's
that fake?
crazy.
Yeah, let me see if I can pull this up for you. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not kidding. I saw this, and someone else, I think somebody on Twitter posted it first, and I was like,
Wow.
okay, this can't be real. And the guy says in his posting, this is not a reprint, and I'm like, it still doesn't mean it's not real. Okay, let me find out where are my bids. And I made a bid on it.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I'm asking you, because you say you buy raw stuff. How would you know? Are you worried about getting fake stuff, and if you had to return it?
I've never had like any issues with that, but I guess I've been lucky. I just, fully examine it on the screen. Like I zoom in a lot, so it seems to help.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this up here.
Sure.
And I don't know what's gonna happen to the screen when I share screen here.
Yeah, I'm actually on my cell phone doing this, talking to you, so hope the quality of it.
Okay, I'm gonna share screen. Let's see what happens. Share screen. Boom. Okay, do you see this right here?
Yeah.
2009 T206 Honus Wagner. No reprint. It's original. See the listing. And it went for $1,100.
Huh.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up pictures. But let me pull up pictures still on it or not. Okay, so here's the pictures.
Yeah. To me, that looks like a reprint. Well, actually,
Here, I'll show you the back here.
it's hard to tell.
Hold on. See, now we get. Do you see here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not really sure, buddy. It looks
$1,100 a bad risk, though? I mean, what do you think? Because that's not grading. It's grading a 1 if best case, right?
Yeah, probably because of the marks on it.
If that's real, that's just unbelievable, man.
That's crazy.
I know. That's what I said. So I bid on it. I think I bid like $100 from that, and then I just followed it and I watched it, and it closed at $1,100.
Wow.
Oops, hold on. That's not what I wanted.
Thank you for having me on, by the way.
Oh, no problem, man. Do you have a YouTube channel as well, or what's your major social media?
Wrong cut cards.
Okay, well, definitely, man. If everybody's watching, please check them out. Subscribe. I'll check you out. I'll give you a sub as well. I honestly am not following you right now, so.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
But yeah, I was looking at this thing. I was thinking, I don't know. At a couple $100, I was willing to take a shot at it. But when I hit over 500, $600, I let it go.
I don't blame you.
But somebody bought it.
Wow.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So raw cut cards.
Wrong cut cards. You can probably see my Jim Tomey pennant right behind me. I'm just kind of moving my camera by my window. Yeah.
When did you start your YouTube channel?
Back in December.
And what made you do that?
I don't know. I just had some interest in it, I figured I could have over 100,000 cards. I figured I'd just show some of them off.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's funny because I started in COVID, and then it seemed like there was another wave of people who started this last, I'd say, like the fall to the beginning of the year as well. I am subscribed to you.
Oh, are you? Oh, yeah, I think you are, actually. Ah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll have to keep an eye on all your content now, man.
Thanks.
Let's see who else is out here. Not sports car related, but NFT related. Can you explain the $1 million NFT on of the Boulder? I can't. I can't. So what I can tell you is I can't explain the NFT valuations. I don't understand them. They don't make sense to me. What I would say though, it's interesting is again, the big thing with NFTs is it's art or stuff that cannot be, it can't be recreated easily, I guess. Especially one of one. Visa apparently bought a freaking, I think, a Bored Ape or something like that. Visa bought one of these NFTs. Like, I don't understand. Like, Visa went out as a corporation and bought one of these NFTs. So that was a big buzz in the NFT space. And then just the other day, Steph Curry posted his Twitter account. I think he's got a Bored Ape for his Twitter account, which got people buzzing as well. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand. I like the sports NFTs. I really do, because I like collecting sports cards. So to me, it's an easy move for me, because I also like the visibility of seeing how many are made. I really like the minting and stuff like that versus not knowing what the hell's made.
Totally agree with you.
Are you doing any NFTs or no?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing NFTs?
No.
Again, I don't recommend them to anybody. Do not do them unless you do a lot of research and only do the ones you like. Good evening, fellow hobbyists and venture hobbyists as well. I'm sure there's some venture hobbyists out there. Thanks, Bobby, for being out there, man. Let's see who else is in here. Don't fix something that isn't broken. Too many guests is a bad thing. Interacting with watchers is the way to go. Okay, I'll keep it that way. We'll keep it limited. We're not going to go too long, but it's good to have you on, man.
Thank you.
So are you a football fan, basketball fan, baseball fan?
Primarily baseball, I like the Browns. Cavs, the Cavs are terrible.
Yeah. But they've had their championship. They have their championship.
When LeBron was there, that helped. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that was a crazy championship. That's maybe one of the most legendary championships. You'll have that forever. In fact, because of that, the whole Cleveland complaining about not winning anymore kind of goes away. You got that championship. Like, look at Washington, D.C. I mean, we haven't won since, I think, I guess the Nats just won. So, okay, D.C. can't complain anymore. We're done. And the Nats and the Caps won. So we're good.
Yes.
We're good to go.
Now it's the Indians. Huh?
Jordan's on fire. His cards are so low. Have they finally started moving back up?
Huh.
His card was like under $30 for a PSA 10. Wagner, a Kmart card from 1983.
Nice.
Oh, that's what you think that was? He thinks that's what the card was? A Wagner card from Kmart? Reprint, not going to ship. Yeah, they did charge for shipping. That was pretty true. Also expanding like 2 players. What gets called up? You think Witt will get called up? Next year's baseball. Now, are you a modern baseball fan? Do you like the flagship product? Series 1.
I really haven't done it, but
you're gonna have Wander Franco. If you have Witt in there, it could be a good class. It could be really damn good. Man, we got more people now chatting. I like it. I found some cards of Goodwill and Boston Metal Willie Mays set. That's pretty cool. Nostradamus just subscribed. Adam, great guy. I like to see who's that and Green called up from the Reds. Lodolo and Green. Why would they call it right now? Is there a reason they call it this late in the season? Especially if they're not going to playoffs. Why would they do that?
I have no idea.
Like last year, they didn't call it Wander Franco before the Rays went.
Pepino Man.
Yeah, dude, the comic book NFT is pretty cool, Pepino Man. I saw this. I think it's Vivi, which I don't know much about, but you can actually buy a comic book that's an NFT. So there's only so many minted, and then you can read the whole comic book. Now you got to read it on your iPhone and go blind, or an iPad or something like that. But it's the same as the digital comic books, which I know people already have, except now it's been NFT. I think I kind of seems like a natural progression. Until people take one away, though, they're going to use both. I have a few Wagner reprints that sell for hundreds of bucks.
About $100 for a Wagner reprint. That's pretty good.
I would not want to buy a reprint. I don't want to find out a reprint. That would just piss me off.
Yeah, to me that's kind of like a ripoff. Yeah.
Reds losing to Miami hurts. Are the Reds winning their conference, their division?
I'm not really sure.
I don't pay attention until we're at the race, like end of September.
Mm-mm.
Cavs have some good young talent.
Yes, they do. I hope they can redeem themselves.
They do. It's just the NBA right now is a power conference. Like it's super teams. So you basically you're curating players for those super teams.
Yeah.
Until LeBron's gone. When does LeBron's son come up and play?
I don't know.
Anybody in the chat know? Because here's where I'm asking that. Will that come before or after the Fanatics?
My guess is probably before.
I think so too. Which would be a heyday for Panini. Like they will print the hell out of that year, man. Like they will just celebrate like there's no tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All parties being like, just print it all. LeBron. We got his rights. Print the hell out of LeBron. And even Upper Deck will probably go to LeBron and be like, we want your son to sign with us for the autographs. And he probably will. So then Upper Deck will print shit too, man. It'll be crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Calling it now. Cavs are solid. Need to get rid of Love. Yeah, Love. To call him a cancer's mean. That's kind of tough. But he is
that's rough. That's rough.
He was a beast back in the day, but age and time caught up on him. But remember, he was back. Remember, it was him. Who else was on the team with him?
Kevin Love.
Yep.
Kevin Love, Zingrutis Ilgauskas, Tristan Thompson.
Of celebrity review, Eminem, Oprah, 50 Cent, Vin Diesel. Do you think non-sports tend even more? Trending? I don't know enough about non-sport. I have no idea. I'm surprised it doesn't do better because you would think there's more fans of Vin Diesel than there are of I don't know, a sports car player, but I'm probably wrong. I don't know. I like 50 Cent. Why doesn't he have a ton? Or Oprah, right? Oprah cards. Shit, she's got tons more followers than any of these other people.
Several million, probably. Yep.
Yeah, I remember I bought the political cards in 2016. Bush and what? No, it wasn't Bush. Trump and Hillary, and I got them all graded. Most of them came back 9s, a few were 10s, and a few were, I think, 1 or 2 were 8s. And I sold them all together because everybody made offers, only wanted to buy half them. Nice. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, nope, you got to take them all. I don't care what you do the other half, but you got to take them all. And I don't think I'll ever do that again because I did not make much money on them. They weren't worth it overall. I think that's, I don't know, sports cards or people want. Which Browns receiver goes diva this year and disrupts the team first? I think they're going to be fine on that.
Yeah, they should be strong enough.
They're also getting older, man. I mean, they've got the same 2 old dudes, right? Landry and Beckham. Who else is that guy?
Oh, the Reds are on the wild card. Yeah, it's good to know. I know the Indians will not make it. Nope.
If you having anyone jump in, go live, it gets tiring, annoying.
So where are you from, by the way?
I'm in the D.C. area outside Northern Virginia. Hey, thanks, Grunt. I appreciate that. That's why I do this, man. I want to see other people on here, not the same faces over and over because it's boring, right? I'm outside D.C. West of like the D.C. area in the mountains.
Nice.
My internet sucks, but I commute to D.C. from time to time. I also go down to Richmond to see my kids.
Okay.
But I like the area. Actually, that's not true. The area works for me. I would prefer to be out west. Like if I could move, I'd go to the Rocky Mountains.
I've been to Colorado once when I was in like 7th, 8th grade. It's beautiful out there.
Yeah, I love the Rocky Mountains. And I say that because I like Colorado, but if I say I like Colorado, like, oh man, use like all the weed or something like that. It's not has nothing to do with that. I like Utah. I like Arizona. I like Montana.
In Arizona.
It's all beautiful. Now, to me, I think Utah might be the best because they've got the southern part, which is kind of warm, but not too warm. Like that Red Rock area gets snow and it gets really nice summer. Colorado, I don't know. Anyway, I love the Rockies. That's where I would totally move. If anybody's out in the Rockies, that's where you need to be, man. And property values are only going up out there too.
I bet.
How long have you been in Ohio? Do you like it there?
Pretty much all my life besides college. Yeah, I like it here. Yeah, it's nice. I live about
Where'd you go to college?
probably. I went to Johnson and Wales University in Providence for culinary
Okay,
arts.
cool. Yep.
Mhm.
My sister-in-law went to Brown.
Brown, yeah, I know exactly where that's located. Yep.
Yeah, little snob skulls.
Hmm.
I tease her all the time when I see her. You look at
Yep.
snob people. Padres, all their trades have turned out horrible. Reyes, Quantrilla look good for the Pods. I haven't been following the trades, but you're right. The Padres are in a tough place, man. I don't think they're going
They,
to go far. Wouldn't it be crazy the Giants win the National League?
yes, I think that's going to happen. I can see it.
What
They're
about the
strong.
Brewers? Are the Brewers done?
I don't know how the Brewers are doing. Isn't Christian Yelich back on? Because I know he was hurt most of the year.
I kind of like the Brewers. I also like to see the White Sox. I don't know. I'm not picking teams that people are going to like to see. Like they're like, oh, that's going to be a great World Series. But
That's a big competitor, the White Sox. Oh yeah,
yeah, I have a feeling they're going to be there. They look pretty good.
they're strong. Yeah.
Wagner imprint. It tells a story on the back of the card. Oh, so it tells you a story again that's different.
Miguel Cabrera hit his 500th home run. That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Miggy fans.
I like Miggy.
Burned out with FedEx.
I'm not the biggest Tigers fan, but I like Miggy. Yeah.
I like this. Is a good point. I'm burned out with the phonetics talk either. Everyone forgets how Tops was unpolite. Yep, I agree. I'm just burned out of the FedEx talk, and here's what bothers me: we're not going to know for like 3 or 4 years. So like, I don't want to pontificate or guess what's going to happen, right? Just it's kind of I don't know. I think it's interesting too, because what are they going to be doing for the next 3 or 4 years? They got to like if I'm Fanatics, I actually start making cards now, but I make them in offshoot brands or something like that, just to start getting stuff out there, maybe. Or maybe
yeah. And when I first heard about that, I'm like, man, that's not good.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy for the next few years. Here's Inglorious P.
Yeah.
If I get my mouse to work. Kamala Harris.
I wonder though if it's going to make the Topps cards go up in value over time. It might.
I think. Well,
I'm not sure though.
Everybody's going to be hoarding away Topps wax. Everybody, because they're all thinking the same thing. Well, in 10 years, no one's going to have this, and they're making a shitload of it too.
They are.
So what I would say, if you're going to do that, if you're going to hoard wax, you got to be thinking, in my opinion, 10 years plus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and not just the next 4 or 5 years, because we're going to see wax being open for the next 4 or 5 years after Fanatics. You'll see Topps shit opening forever, right? But I'd also say if you want to do that, go buy older products and put those away. Do you know what I'm saying? Like maybe, and I'm definitely not giving a play, but maybe even go buy some of the junk wax and the 90s Topps crap and put that away. Because if anything, that might have a little boost and a safer long-term 20, 30-year investment than going to buy an, I don't know, Topps flagship 2016 because Acuna's in it or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, like the early 90s, you can have like your Frank Thomas rookie cards jack up in price. Well, Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I just think everybody's gonna be putting stuff away. I mean, I will too, in the sense that I want to open some for myself and I don't want to buy it from somebody else. But I wouldn't be putting it away as I'm going to sell it in 10 years because everybody's going to pay a lot of money for Topps. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they'll look back and go, well, that was made when everybody overprinted the shit out of it too.
Yeah.
I just went to rescue my Crunch Bar and a hot chocolate. Looks like, oh, that sounds like a good problem.
Oops.
Sounds like a good problem to have. Loudoun County. I'm not far from Loudoun County. I am west of Loudoun County. I am Warren County. I'm like past the FEMA station. You guys ever watch the show with the 100 on Netflix about the end of the world?
I don't have Netflix, so no.
I'm in that area. I'm in the post-apocalyptic part of the country.
Nice.
After that bomb blows up in that series. If Topps had a coin, they would block every company for printing cards. Yeah, but they don't. They don't. They're just looking for an exit strategy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I like the weed.
I live about roughly an hour from the Football Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
In Canton, yeah. Canton,
Do
yeah.
you go to the
Canton's
games and
roughly like
stuff?
an hour from me.
Do you go to the Hall of Fame games and stuff?
Never been to that. No, I've been to I only actually went to the Hall of Fame, one time. And I
Really?
live like an hour from there. I've been to Cooperstown 3 times, but that's a much further drive. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Went to a concert in Colorado, Sterling Halloween show 2000. They put honey on pizza and Mountain Dew in Mountain Towns. Blew my mind. Let me just tell you, man, I freaking love Colorado. I really, my only complaint to Colorado, the biggest complaint to Colorado, you guys know this, Colorado, you don't have enough women. They call it Menver with an M for Denver. And the women know this. Like, they showed a men to women terribly in their favor. Terribly in their favor.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody tells me, when you go to Colorado, you got to bring your own women, import your own women. You're not going to find Colorado women. They're rare. They're more rare than like the wild bears or whatever the hell. Dealer.
If you come my direction in Twinsburg, it's actually the biggest gathering of twins in the world every August.
This is interesting. Dealer at Dallas Car Show turned down offer $400,000 for the Mellow Lug Man. It's interesting. I wonder. I know one of the guys who pulled one of those. I know the number. There's 5 of them. I have a friend who pulled one of them.
Oh.
I have to wonder if he was this guy. If he's the same one. Because I agree. I would take. Why would you not take $400,000 for a LaMelo Ball card that you pulled in a break? Please explain to me. Like, I can understand if you were the guy who paid $350 for it, $350,000, you might like, hey, I'm waiting to hit $600,000. I don't know why you paid $350 for it, but if you're the first person to pony up the $400K for it, and the guy who got it at worst case a break where he might have spent, I don't know, $10,000 for the Hornets in the case. Why would you not accept $400,000? What would make you in the back of your mind say no? Please tell me. Anybody? Right?
It's a lot of money.
It's again. I'd be sitting there going, so hold on. You want to give me $400,000? How? Let me talk to my friends.
Yeah, really.
I mean, really? Seriously?
I'll buy it. I'll take it.
I'd be like, dude, only $400,000. I'm gonna take you out for a steak dinner. Let's go have some food together. I'd be ecstatic. $400,000. Now, again, if you bought it for $350 and you're trying to make more, that's a totally different story. I don't know why you bought. And that's one thing to think about. A lot of these cards, right, that sell for these outrageous prices, modern price cards, they were most likely bought in a break or in a box for a lot less. And there's this exorbitant, price valuation. Like, yeah, I got it in a break for $1,000, but I'm gonna charge you $50,000 for it. Like, why? I don't get that. I don't know.
I don't understand that either.
Again, the National Treasures is like that again this year. Even as bad as the product is, the shit is selling like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It sound like. Do you watch? Are you close to Northeast Ohio sports cards?
Yeah, I'm actually in Northeast Ohio.
Do you watch his channel?
No, I should check it out.
No, don't worry about it. I'm just kidding. Check it out. I'm guilty. Check out if you really don't watch Neo's channel.
No? I don't think so.
That's so funny. So there's another guy named Neo, Northeast. I call him Northeast Ohio Sports because it used to be Northeast Ohio Sports Cards with his YouTube channel. Now his channel is Neo, Neo, Cards and Comics. And I've been a big fan of his for a long time. Now, his head blew up, in my opinion. He got like 10,000 subscribers or whatever. He was on some shows. And I made a comment, if you're watching Neo, and I still stand to this, I thought as successful as he is with this channel, and he bragged about it. He talks about how much he makes in ad revenue and how much he makes selling cards. I think it was foolish of him and a little greedy to have the little join button there where he wants to charge you $4 or $5 in his tip jar. I'm like, come on, Neo, it's so greedy of you. You're perfectly good at what you do. Why are you doing that? Other people do it. I don't care if they do it. Fine, whatever. So I made that comment on my channel. I said that, and he blocked me. I'm like, really? You blocked me over that?
Oh, that's crazy.
he's a good person. I don't think he's a bad person. I think his head got a little big, and I do watch his channel from time to time. I don't subscribe to him though. I just watch it every now and then because I won't give him my subscription now. But
I never heard of the guy.
Because he's really big. He talks about he's Northeast Ohio, Neo. He goes to a lot of the trade nights. I think he goes to like Card Collector 2's trade night. Good guy. And Neo, if you're watching, man, no. Like I said, I really like his style and a lot of things he talks about. I agree with. A lot of stuff I don't agree with. Right? We'll totally disagree on certain players like that, but his thinking and his rationale behind a lot of stuff makes sense. He's also in the comic books. He's a big Browns fan. Right? He bought a whole bunch of Kyle Murray stuff, traded up for it. He's also a big LeBron guy. Good person.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure you're not watching, but if you are, I hope Adam will subscribe and you get another subscriber to your team there.
So Neo, okay, I got to look that up. Thank you.
Yeah, Neo, Neo. I think it's Cards and Comics or
Cards and Comics. Okay.
Yeah,
I'll check him out.
In fact, I forget how many subscribers he's got. He was on Jeff's show, like I think in January, and he even says that was one of the best movements. He's also very smart when it comes to the. He knows YouTube really well. Like he gave me a tip. He said, "Don't do live. The algorithms don't like live," which is a very true thing. Live does not get as many subscribers, as much attention from YouTube as if you're just posting it, because when they post it, they can screen it, they can put their own commercials in, they know how to, they can look at the algorithm. There's more they can do with it. So live doesn't.
I think I'm up to like around 70 subs now. So for me, that's pretty good since I started back in December.
That is good, man. And it's a slow and painful grind. I recommend. So here's a few tips. You're doing the right thing by joining, in the chats and communicating. Do you follow Hobby Hotline?
Hobby Hotline? No.
Yeah, that's another one. Hobby Hotline. They're on Saturday mornings. Okay. And what I like about them is there's normally 3 or 4 hosts, and they'll have topics and they encourage you to dial in. So you can dial in and promote your channel, tell them about what you do. But you can do this every week, and every week you do it, you're going to talk to 3 different hosts, and they're going to talk to their fans about you. So for me, when I started, that was a great way where I started to meet people, was by being on Hobby Hotline, right? Dialing up, being on their show, which I still am a big fan of their show. Med is cheaper than rec in most states.
I work most Saturday mornings, so maybe like my next Saturday off, I'll try to do that. But
yeah, we'll check a recording out of it. At arrays. It's a good show too, and you can leave questions. Dr. Beckett is a guest host on there every now and then. Rich Klein. They have like 10 or 12 different hosts. They rotate 3 each week. Is weed cheaper than a blaster box? No, it is not. I think weed is still more expensive than a hobby box. I'm not sure. Yeah, much cheaper. Got to be a dispensary tomorrow morning. Okay, now we got dispensary jokes. Nah, just worthless Fleer.
Worthless Fleer. The 63 Fleer, that's pretty good stuff. Yeah, I have some of that.
I love the old Fleer stuff. I like the name Fleer.
Yeah.
Ohio's got dispensaries? I didn't realize that. Is marijuana legal everywhere now? Look right next to the place.
I'm not sure.
People in the hobby have gotten too greedy. Just think we were in the hobby 3 years ago. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's just crazy, guys. That's absolute. I'll even tell you this. 3 years ago, I had a friend when National Treasures. Sorry, Groot, calm down. National Treasures. This is back in Luca's rookie year, right? He got the first off the line box. He got, I think it was numbered to 3 or to 5. I think it was numbered to 3. He got the Luca RPA number to 3. He pulled a box. I think he paid, $1,500 for, because it was first off the line back in 2018. Most people could get to the freaking product. It wasn't in a Dutch oven auction. It was just sold at suggested retail price. It just matter if you got to get there, right? I didn't get in the drop. He got one. He sold that for $20,000.
Wow.
$20,000 in 2018. And I remember how we all were just laughing and like, who in the hell would spend 20 grand on a first year rookie card or somebody? And I think it was one of the first off the outline boxes, right? Can you imagine?
That's crazy.
That's probably, I don't know, maybe it's got to be several $100,000, right?
Easily.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's
Crazy.
insane.
And I remember him selling that, and he was so happy with that 20 grand. He used it to buy more cards. And if I asked him about it, he'd still be happy about it. I'm sure he has no regrets. I'm sure in the back of his head, he's like, well, I had it. But come on. There's no way you're holding it that way.
Yep.
But it does show you how much things have changed so freaking quickly, man.
Yeah. That's a lot of money on one card. Wow.
I got lost in my comments now. Oh, there I am. Okay. Should I run out and buy Sears and Roebuck branded products? No.
Sears is basically gone.
Did you notice eBay pushing selling in the past weeks? I did not notice that, but here's what I did notice. In Jeff's video, Sports Card Investor, he talks about in the beginning that eBay is a sponsor, and he even recommends their data tool. In the beginning of his video, I'm telling you, eBay is going to buy Sports Card Investor, in my opinion. They're going to buy that tool. Because think about, I don't know if you use that tool or not, but that tool could be broadened out for people who want to use it for other storefronts as well, right? So I could be a premium buyer and use that tool for buying, I don't know, coffee, beans, Beanie Babies, comic books, whatever I mean. But they could buy that platform, broaden that out, sell that as a premium to sellers or buyers in eBay. Dude, that's what's going to happen. I'm just telling you right now, because he's so close with them. And I did notice him advertising them. Collectors in the hobby aren't greedy ones usually to be. I agree with you. Most collectors are not. Like back in my day, when you'd see a card go for $1,000, or I wouldn't say $1,000. I didn't see that happen a lot. But if you saw a card go for a couple $100, you'd sell it for less than that amount. You know what I'm saying? You'd put it in your Facebook group and go, hey, man, one just sold for $200. I'll sell you mine for 110. Anybody want one? You know, you use the comp as showing you what it could do, and you sold it for less in the group because you were friendly to people. And then somewhere we shifted to, hey, one just sold for 200, so I'm going to sell this one for 210. You know? It was like, well, why are you paying more? Because the next one's going to go for 220, and you know it is. So I don't know. It's just, you can tell that too. Like the investor will look at, like, that's another thing. I don't look at maximizing my sale. I just don't. I look at if I'm a sell, I want to sell so the person who buys it is happy, right? And they've got some value in it. They can sell it later on if they want to, or it fits their collection. I've got a return on mine that's a fair return. I don't know, just rock
and Roll Hall of Fame. Yep, it's next to the lake.
Cleveland is a sweet place to visit.
Mm-hmm.
Too bad the Nationals not in Cleveland anymore.
Nope, the IX Center closed.
And that's not going to change, right? They're not building something new that will replace that?
I have no idea. It's so much space.
I love to take a trip to Ohio sometimes. Never been. Yeah, it would be fun to do both those. I'd sell for $1,000. Yeah, I would too. I'd sell for more than what I paid for in the break. Easily. Be like, oh, let me just make a small profit. My favorite commercial was a guy drafted number 1 and fell down the stairs. I don't remember that one, but could $4 million in 5 years. It could be.
Whoa.
But I don't think it is. It's only a logo, man. It's not even autographed, and he didn't wear it. Jeff Wilson is all quiet about PWC. Well, I think they all are. I will say this, though. In fairness, Jeff is like, I like Lucas, Tigers, and Bronze. They've actually been promoting PWC. They had him back. I think they had him on afterwards. And some other channel. I think Golden had it. Not Golden. Somebody else had him on afterwards, too. So I think Jeff's a sponsor both. 400K, I found 25 cents and 2 pennies the same. Neo, LOL. Yep. 400K for a card that is not associated with the player at all. I know it's not. It's just manufactured. He didn't touch it. He didn't autograph it. He should have accepted immediately. I agree. I would have been like, please, can I take 400,000 on PayPal? What happens when your PayPal gets it with 400,000?
Oh, I can't even imagine.
Jump on the other YouTubers. He's like a 7-Eleven with a tip jar. He is like a 7-Eleven.
A Slurpee?
I just don't understand why he doesn't. He doesn't need it, man. He doesn't need it. What's up, Flippin' Steve? Great to see you, buddy. Great to see you. Big fan.
What's going on, man?
Do you follow Flipping Steve?
I've heard of him. I don't think I've ever watched.
Great channel. He's been on. I followed him since the beginning. Like I really am like subscriber 84 or something like that. And
nice.
His name really isn't doing justice because he does flip, but he's one of the best collectors / talks about what he's buying, what he's selling. I don't know. I find him very intriguing. He does these daily shows or daily drive shows where he'll talk to you live about what's going on. For everybody's watching, if you don't follow him, if a Pearl Jam song comes on during his drive and you guess the name of the song, he will give you a prize. Which I think is cool. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Flipping Steve. So Flipping Steve will tell you a story too. Listen to this. He got in a Top Shot back last year. I think in the fall, and we all kind of knew the same people. Vegas Find is the guy who got him into it, I think. I know he came to me about it, and I ignored him. I didn't ignore him. I said, no, it's not for me. I listened to him, but I just wasn't into it. Flipping Steve will tell you just the other day he sold a moment on there for like $17,000 that he totally forgot that he listed and just went through.
Wow.
Now that's an awesome feeling as well. You know what I'm saying? That's like saying pulling a card that's worth $400,000 in a break. I mean, it's unexpected. You weren't planning to pull that card.
Nope.
Entertaining, informative, also be soggy, act like ass at times. He used to be fun. Yep. I'll say so. Years ago, I used to be in a lot more breaks, and I did the break that killed me was I did National Treasures back in 2017 with LaMelo Ball, Kuzma, Tatum, Markelle Fultz. I dropped several $1,000s in breaks, and I think I skunked in like a majority of them.
That's crazy.
I think I ended up getting a Kobe. Oh, I just broke my fucking cup. I think I got a Kobe auto in one of the National Treasures that I sold relatively quickly for a few $100 because that's what Kobe's were worth back then, were a few $100. I'm sure now it's worth a ton of money, but that break National Treasures 2017 crippled me. I never recovered after that. Never recovered.
Crazy.
Someday I'll do it again, though. I don't know when. I'll have to wait for the market to change. I'll probably do it if Fanatics runs the product. I talked to Neo and Cardi C like an hour at the National. That's cool, Pepino, man. They're both – Cardi C's are really – I like Cardi C's a lot. Another great channel if you don't follow. There's some of the best breakdowns. I bet you Neo's a great person to talk to in person. YouTubers are like mean girls at school. They're talking in the bathrooms about you right now. Yeah, I say I know that a lot of the YouTubers aren't as huge a fan of me as I am of them. I'll put it that way. Why is Top Shot so up and down? Top Shot's going up and down with cryptocurrency. That's what's driving Top Shot, in my opinion.
Okay.
And cryptocurrency NFTs.
Pepino's funny.
Like that, those are being driven by cryptocurrency. And I have to think that cryptocurrency's got to be being driven a little bit by some illegal activity because there's a lot of freaking money in it, man. I mean, these guys are spending tens of thousands of dollars on those NFTs. That's just ridiculous.
It's crazy.
So crypto, I think, is what's going on there. I found Duke Schneider model glove today.
Edwin Duke Snyder, very nice.
I want to get Pepino Man on my show one night. I think he'd be hilarious. If you don't follow Pepino Man, another great guy.
Oh, I follow Pepino Man. He's hysterical.
The one he did at the National where he goes and gets the lotion. And puts the lotion on.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Hilarious.
I think I was crying myself. Like, that was so funny. So goddamn funny. I wanted to copy that, but I'm like, that is so damn genius. That is so genius. I will say it did inspire me. The next time I'm in a hotel, I have a different skit that I will do that I did before at a past employer. I'm not going to ruin that for everybody right now, but you will see that in the future. Yep. And someday, man, I'm going to hire a really, really hot chick to carry Ziggy No stickers around at a trade show, too. We'll see what's going to happen. At the National is my plan. In fact, that might work perfectly at the National in Atlantic City next year, guys. Okay, because Atlantic City's got a lot of gentlemen clubs right there in the area. So how hard would it be to have a woman for a couple $100 walk around the convention center handing out Ziggy stickers? Right? That's cake. That's like almost a gimme. Steve rules. Okay, I'm trying to catch up, and then we're going to end this up. We're going to close this up tonight. I believe Beanie Baby NFTs. They're probably coming back, man. I mean, they brought back they're doing Bob's Big Boy NFTs this week. I mean, Bob's Big Boy? Pet Rock NFTs? That would be great. That is actually freaking genius right there, dude. That is going to happen. Just have a different rock with like a different dimple in it, right? Different little grimace, and you have different styles of rocks, like graphite rock or sedimentary rock. Oh, that's going to happen. Steve has really good content.
Would you like my email address so I can maybe have you on my channel one of these days?
Absolutely. Are you on Instagram?
No.
You're not on Instagram. Okay. Let me find a place to write down your email address. I'm not an emailer. It's so funny. Give me a second.
Or I can give you my cell phone. That's fine too. I don't care. Yeah.
Well, I don't want you to. Do you want to give it out on publicly to everybody, or you want to wait?
I'll probably wait for that. Oh, my email's fine though.
Yeah, email's fine. Give me your email. I'm gonna send an email to you. That way you'll have my email address. Go with your email address. Go ahead.
It's aborgos, ABORGOS at windstream.net.
ABORGS.
ABORGOS. ABORGOS. Yep.
At OneStream.
Windstream. WIND stream.net. Yep.
Okay. Try to test Ziggy test. I would love to come on your show.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to have you on the evening.
Getting us to the point where we have.
I'd love to have you on the evening, one of my evening shows as well when I get the show going on.
Cool.
Okay, I think I sent an email to you. We'll see if that works. And let me go back here to the screen. Okay. And we'll cut through some of these comments here. What did that say? Jeff is Ricky Bobby of Tailgate. Oh, it's funny. Would clowning these first and second year players as coach? So many people are going to lose a lot of money. Can't wait. Yeah, I don't like that either. I agree with you. Hello, go crazy, go stupid. I like that. Flipping Steve still waiting for PGX update. Oh, that was so sad. Oh, that was so sad. Did you see this?
I don't think so.
I don't want to relive it because I like the PGX people, but Steve was showing some free slabs that were sent him in the mail, and he's playing with one of them, and he's like moving it around because I think the label slipped a little bit. So he does like this, and the whole slab just fell apart in his hand.
Oh, that sucks.
I'm like, that's not good.
No.
That's not good. That was not good. Just picked up the Kermit Alexander vintage card because remember the movie and the family being murdered? That's crazy. It's like $2. Yeah, that is kind of a cool card. What a memory to have. The memory of the Kermit Alexander vintage. Pepito Man, we need American Me and Blood Out NFTs. By Red Rider. Whatever happened to Vegas Finds? Hasn't posted anything. He changed his YouTube handle. So again, I will say, I mean, Steve said this in his own video yesterday that Vegas Finds is the one who actually reached out to him and said to him, "Hey, I saw you sold one of your NFTs, and you can see people's sales in the blockchain." I don't think Steve even knew, right? Because you don't get a notice when you sell something in Dapper. So Vegas Finds is around. He's apparently watching. He might be watching tonight. He doesn't want to do YouTube content. He was a guy who was very active last year during COVID. Really funny guy too. Really good channel. Really good stuff. And then he just disappeared. He made a ton of money off of Top Shot. And he made money. I don't know if he cashed out, but I know his portfolio is worth over $1 million easily. And he was telling me too. He told a lot of us, do Top Shot, get in these things. They're really cheap. And I said no. I know that Dustin did it. I know that Neo did it. Neo didn't do it as much. A couple other people did it. So I totally missed the boat on it, man. I was asleep. I said no. I said no. These don't make sense to me. I don't want them. Let me see if it's become a pump and dump show. Can't watch anymore. Flipping Steve show? I don't know about that. I don't see it as a pump and dump show at all. I think Steve has so much influence that he has to be careful about what he says because he says, and he's smart about this. He won't tell you what car he's going to buy because he knows if he tells you, people will go buy it first. So what he does is he'll buy the car and they'll tell you, sure, remember I told you something for this card? This is the card that I bought. So I don't know. I don't think he pumps and dumps. I think I'm a defend him sharp shooter and say I don't think And if he does, it's not intentional at all. I think he's one of the most honest people about that, and he takes his influence, I think, more with more responsibility than others. Prisoners buying shank NFTs. It's a virtual NFT. It's a virtual weapon you can sell to a criminal. I had a box of Fleer Ultra Brady rookies, pulled none. I about died. I bought it for like $10. Well, that's not bad then.
No, that's not bad at all.
For it. But can you imagine people who pay for like, oh my God, they're gonna be so upset if you pay for that now?
Oh, it'd be like worth a fortune.
If Ziggy was a true 100% collector, he'd be retired. That's why you don't listen to Flipper's advice instead of do the opposite. That's true. That's true. I would be retired. But I'm divorced with 3 kids, so I'll be working a long time. I only sold 3 Bridgewater cards since the National, and you called me pump and dump? Are you confused? Yeah, I don't think that's fair to call pump and dump. I don't know why I pulled that comment up. I should be reading these before I pull them up. I need ZN sticker, a Zegino sticker. I like it. I need to make them. As soon as I do, I'll definitely get you one, man. Live by Golden or live by Golden Rule. Focus on yourself and what you can control in your life. That would be wonderful. I agree with that. Porn star cards. Okay, so there were stripper cards at the National in Atlantic City in 2016. I have those stripper cards. They have no value though. You can go look them up on eBay. You put in 2016 National stripper cards, and you'll see them. Okay. And it makes me think to myself, could you imagine being someone's like the father of the girl going, yeah, this is my daughter. This is her best, her stripper card. It's bad enough she stripped, but she also made cards that could be graded.
That's nuts.
But yeah,
never even heard of that.
I'll have to post them later on. I thought they were pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'm not on Instagram at Yahoo. I love that. Bought an unopened sealed wax at Three's Company. That's pretty funny.
Nice.
That is pretty funny. I just don't see any value in it. I mean, it's nostalgic, but NFT porn made by wicked pictures and vivids. Why would we pay for something that's already free? Windstream.
It really is 90s. I totally agree.
The little hamster
horrible internet service
with the hat and mustache. Okay. Really jacked rookie cards. Okay, we're catching up here. Card business has turned into boiler room and penny stocks. Can't believe people fall for it. I will say, Teddy, if you think that's bad, though, crypto's worse.
Mm-hmm.
Crypto is worse. Crypto and the NFT crypto space, in my opinion, has more pump and dump. There's like no rule against it. There's like no rule at all against it. It's just, I don't know. It worries me. Like, I don't understand. Gary Vee apparently came out with this new book. Did you guys hear this? Gary Vee's got a book, and if you go out and buy 10 copies of the book, you get a fucking NFT. How terrible is that? That if he tells you to go buy 10 copies, maybe I'm wrong on that. Someone can correct me. But I think if you buy 10 copies and you get an NFT. And people are doing it. He's number 1 right now on Amazon.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't like and agree with someone YouTube content, you don't have to watch. I agree, but I also agree, like, there's people who watch YouTube content that sometimes you need to call out the bullshit because people are watching it, they don't know it's bullshit. I mean, there's too many scams going on. We're like, dude, don't you realize that guy's scamming you? Hey, no one put it out, And because as a content creator, you can control that. I can just block out scam. People call me out. If someone else isn't calling out that channel, that's kind of concerning to me. Like YouTube, and let me clarify that. YouTube has no censorship, right? So if you can't comment negatively about some post or question the creator, he can just censor you or block you, then he can say anything he wants to, right? And that's what's kind of bad. You these viral guys who preach bullshit. So I think it's that you
have to be really careful out there. Protect yourself, yeah.
And people are like, well, don't watch it. I'm like, well, it's not just about watching it. Like, I'm still bothered by some of the content creators who have great influence in this hobby who don't do good things, right? They could do better things for the hobby. I mean,
instead of screwing somebody,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it's human nature, but some of them are worse than others.
I agree with you, buddy. I really do.
Word grading a stripper, chauvinistic. That's what that word is. Chauvinistic grading a stripper. No.
Mm-mm.
There'll always be strippers. There will always be strippers. There will always. Someone told me that when I was younger. It's like, just remember, every year there's a new girl who will become a stripper. I don't know why. All the good dadding in the world doesn't stop that. No matter what happens, there'll always be new strippers. I have a set, no puzzle cards. Can't find them. Gary V, Prestige Worldwide. Prestige Worldwide. Why do I know that name? Gary V is still trying to dump all the LeBron Chrome PSA 10s. See, I don't think he's selling his cards, though. I don't think he needs to. He's making so much damn money on other things. He's like, I don't care about these cards. He could be burning the cards. Not you just admit you can call someone out by name who left a comment. Oh, not aimed at you, just didn't want to call someone out by name who left a comment. Okay, fair enough, collector. Cool. Woo! An hour and 30 minutes, man. Adam, thanks for being here, man. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me on, buddy.
So listen, I'm going to definitely reach out to you. I hope you get my email. If not, hit me up on the chat or whatever. I do use IG. I use Twitter as well. I would love to come on your channel. I absolutely would. And I'd love to encourage you to do more of those collaborations and share more. I'm going to start tomorrow night, the night show. And I'm going to do coffee in the morning, probably just chit-chatting a bunch of bullshit. I can't use the same content twice. So coffee in the morning will probably be very casual. And then I'm going to do a night show tomorrow at 11 o'clock. So I hope you guys can join me.
11 o'clock in the evening?
11 o'clock at night. East Coast. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And that way people will have something to watch the next morning. But I'm going to move it to evening nighttime, 11 to 11:30. You're going to get the news, hopefully a guest, and then Q&A. That's the goal.
Nice.
Okay, let's see. Home Depot.
Thanks for having me on, man. I appreciate it.
Hey, man. Adam, thank you very much, man. Prestige World, Step Brothers. I don't know what that is. Good stuff, gentlemen. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, man. I'm going to end the broadcast. Take care, Adam.
You too, buddy. Bye. Nice meeting you.
Press the right buttons again. There we go. End the